Hello and welcome to another episode of Unlocking You 2.0. My name is Balwinder Marwaha. I'm your transformational leadership coach. Alongside with me today is Spencer Bonin, certified emotion code and body code practitioner, which is a form of energy healing. Just in case you're wondering, well, what's an emotion code, body code practitioner? You've probably heard a lot about coaches, but maybe never about a emotion code or body code practitioner. So Spencer does an amazing form of energy healing. He's going to start today and talk about the subconscious side, the healing side that sometimes we need to go through to be successful or move forward. So Spencer, take it away, because today we're talking about not giving up on the person you are becoming. So go ahead, Spencer.
Absolutely. So, and man, this is such an interesting and huge topic because, quite frankly, just to be totally honest and open and vulnerable, this is something that I have dealt with literally my entire life and still continue to be challenged with, right? This is something that is every single person on the planet deals with. And I don't care who
Absolutely.
you are. I do not care. Every single person, they unless they're like a sociopath,
Mhm.
like they are going through this exact same thing. And
Yeah.
it's all about, some people they go through ups and downs and they always have the thought of I'm going to give up or whatever it is. Now, there
Mhm.
are a couple things in the body code and the emotion code and this energetic work that I do and that we do with the Inside Out Institute, where we kind of really dive in to some of the causes behind that, which will help significantly reduce it. I mean, like right now, the amount of times that happens, because it really depends, right? Because there's some
Mhm.
people, they just kind of like they're not really going for their dreams at all, so not a lot of change is happening, so they don't really have anything to give up on, right?
Yeah.
There's that kind of group of people, but then there's other people that are going for their dreams or going for things that they really want, but
Mhm.
for whatever reason, but obviously because you're doing that, you're going through a lot more stuff that's kind of getting thrown at you. You're kind of battling through the field. And I gotta say,
Absolutely.
the difference between without energy healing and going in with energy healing is massive.
Mhm.
you're
Yep.
still gonna you're still gonna come across the roadblocks, but the all these different energies that we can find and kind of eliminate and remove can drastically help you along this journey. So a couple of energies kind of come to mind. First and foremost, well, the main thing I want to talk about today is something along the lines of
Mhm.
post-hypnotic suggestions. And someone out there
Mhm.
might be wondering, like, what is that? What is a
Mhm.
post-hypnotic suggestion? Well, don't you worry, I'll tell you right now.
Yes.
So what this is, and we've all kind of heard about this in some form or fashion, where it's something that's kind of getting planted in from an outside source,
Mhm.
through quote hypnosis or suggestion.
Mhm.
Who out there has heard of subliminal messaging,
Yeah.
spaced repetition, all these different things, which can be spaced repetition is like the mother of all learning, as Todd
Mhm.
says, where you see something over and over and over again, and again you start to believe it, kind of like
Yeah.
affirmations. But a lot of the time this can happen on the negative aspect of the or negative side of things, right? So like, let's say we watch a movie all the time, or maybe we have a favorite song that is just really really negative. And here's one example. I was driving around, kind of moving from Calgary to Victoria, BC here, and there was a song that came on. It's called Cold by what's their name, um not Breaking Benjamin. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the band right now. It just kind of
Mhm.
popped out of my head, popped in and then popped out. But one of the lyrics in that song says, "I'm sorry for the way I am." There's actually like a part in the song that says, "I'm sorry for the way I am." And if this, let's just say this is your favorite song, quite frankly, musically it's awesome. I love it. I love the harmonics. I love everything about it.
Mhm.
But the message, if you listen to this thing over and over and over again, you're singing along with the music, there's emotion
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
Guess what? Spaced repetition, that's going to eventually program that into your head. It's something that you're literally
Absolutely.
saying all the time because you're singing along with it. But that's not
Mhm.
the only thing that can get programmed in there. There's things that are statements like, let's just say, for example, you have a group of coworkers, and maybe there's someone who's really struggling in their life, and maybe they're having a really hard time, and they're just like, oh, every day you come in and they're just like, oh man, I'm just never going to get ahead. Or it's so pointless to try. Like, what's the point? Like, why would I even want to bother
Mhm.
trying? Or, man, this is too much. Like, there's just so much
Yeah.
stuff going on, or it's too hard. Imagine you're
Yeah.
around that, and maybe you're listening to specific music, or you just hear it over and over and over again. Guess
Mhm.
what can kind of get programmed in over time, which then that's a form of energy. These words, these vibrations from this person, our
Mhm.
brains are transmitters and receivers of frequency. So if they're transmitting a frequency of "I'll never get ahead," or "if it's pointless to try," or "this is too much or too hard," guess what?
Mhm.
We can potentially absorb that in our mind and kind of program it in us. And now, boom, we have this thing stuck in our head that says it's too much. I can't do it. It's pointless to even try. And now our subconscious minds are so powerful that it tries to make that statement a reality, and you find yourself finding these situations over and over again where you feel that way. So that's a really big factor that kind of happens in the background, that I just really wanted to address. So, amongst many other things, but that's kind of a little bit about what's going on in the subconscious, what's going on consciously, Bally.
All right. So I think I lost you for a little bit. Can you hear me okay, Spencer?
I can.
Okay,
You kind of
awesome.
left for like a tiny bit and then kind of popped back up again.
Okay,
So
okay. So, look, on the conscious level, there's a lot, there's so much going on. I could talk about this for days. But the reality is the person you are becoming is a journey. Going from where you are now to where you want to be to what your ultimate dream is a journey. And it's not, overnight. It's not just like a car ride from point A to point B. And when you're going on this journey, it takes time. And there's small things that over time are going to allow you to get to where you need to go to. Now, along this journey, there's going to be hurdles. And I'll tell you what energy healing does and what the work emotion code and body code does is when these hurdles come, instead of them being hurdles or mountains or giant hills, they become speed bumps and they don't
yeah, totally.
impact you and affect you the way it would if you didn't have the energy healing. So that energy healing, that removal of the emotional baggage out of your subconscious mind is so important. But one of the things that people really, really look for is quick results. And we live in a world where everything is instant, especially our kids. Anytime they need to know something or want to know something or do something, it's very instant. Where, even when I grew up, you wanted information, you had to do research. It took time to figure it out. Books, encyclopedias, whatever, you had to go and ask people, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, Google, blah, 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 right? And I shouldn't have said that because my thing might just go off right now and start asking me what I want. But
What do you want to do?
yeah. So, um, but and we've come accustomed to that as well. Everything is so instant and it's right away and right now. So when we go to that journey and we're becoming that person, if we don't get it quick, we tend to give up.
Mm,
And there's many reasons why we give up. We feel like maybe this isn't meant for me, or maybe this is going to take too long. I should just forget about it. Or maybe the thoughts come to your mind that, man, I could have done this like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, but now it's too late. I've lost my chance or I lost my opportunity. But none of that is true. You can let yourself believe it's true, but none of it is true. People have been successful at all ages. People have taken years to achieve success. Uh, it doesn't matter. You don't stop though. That's all I got to say is don't stop. Don't give up on the person you're becoming. Don't expect to go from 0 to 100, boom, in the snap of a finger. It won't happen. What I do want you to focus on is, okay, how do I get from 0 to 10? All right. Now I'm at 10. How do I get from 10 to 20? Okay, I'm at 20 now. How do I get 20 from 20 to 30? And focus on those gradual steps.
yeah.
Don't focus on the 100 right away. Like, it's important. It's there in the distance. You know what that is. But if there's nothing in between, getting to that 100 is going to be very difficult. You
Mm,
need to break it down. So whatever it is that you're trying to become, don't give up on that just because it's out of reach, out of sight. It's taking too long. You're too old. No one's supporting you. Those are excuse is that your subconscious mind will feed you all day. And this is why I said the energy work is so important, because, instead of mountains to climb, you're going over speed bumps. It changes the dynamic dramatically.
Totally.
So, like I said, I could go on into details about this forever. The gist of it is, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. Whatever it may be, whether it's a diet, whether it's your finances, a relationship, a career, it's like a doctor saying, hey, I'm going to go to school for 1 year and become a doctor. It doesn't work that way. It's like 7 years,
Yeah.
right? You have to go through that journey. So if we're willing to go the 7 years to become a doctor, or the 4 years to get your undergrad, whatever it may be, you need to do that when it comes to your own life.
Mm.
You need to be willing to take that time and understand that it is going to take time. It's never too late to start. If there's something that you've been thinking about for days or months, it's okay. It's never too late. I know of someone who's a celebrity now, has over 100,000 followers on his YouTube channel. He's like 76 years old. He just started 5 years ago, when he turned 71. Can you believe that? He's a celebrity. He gets paid to travel and do things, and people listen to him from all over the world. Over 100,000
Wow.
subscribers on YouTube. He started at the age of 71. So if you think it's too late, it's not. Okay? It's
Not at
not.
all.
If your subconscious mind is telling you it's too late, then we can take that mountain and turn it into a speed bump. Okay?
Right.
Get in touch with us. We will help you do that. So without going like crazy and, talking about all these things, like I said, I could talk about this forever. I've done it to myself. I've given up so many times on a journey or a path I've been on without even realizing I gave up on it.
Yeah.
And that's what our subconscious mind does to us. So, look, if you're on this journey and you're struggling, or if you started and you didn't finish and you want to finish it, or there's something you've always wanted to start but don't know how, get in touch with us. We would love to help you. This is what we love doing. We absolutely love it. And this is, why we do what we're doing. So Spencer, that's what I've got on the conscious side. Like I said, I could go on forever. What is there anything you'd like to add, or anything I missed?
No, I don't think that's it at all. I think you nailed it. I think we talked about all the different things. Of course, there's more energies that we could definitely dive into, but we're not going to do that right now. I think we've said enough to know that some people are like, you know what, I might have something like that. So that's what really matters, right?
Yes.
And a couple of good pointers. So with that, if you're interested in kind of connecting with us, we're super approachable. All you got to do, send us a message, just say
Yeah.
hello, just a message on Facebook, whatever it is, and email, or just reach out to us on this video or comment on this video. Doesn't matter. We're approachable. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
With that, if you're interested in finding out more about kind of what Bally and I do here, where we're combining, the conscious with the subconscious work, where you get some coaching as well as some healing, and just to really go for those dreams, check out our website here. It's leadyouриdeallife.com. Right there, you'll see a couple of videos that'll get you a little bit more excited about what it is that we do. I know that you're already bouncing off the walls from what we're talking about. But if you're interested in a little bit more and just diving even further into it, you definitely check that out.
Absolutely.
Aside from that, we do have, if you are interested in really finding out more, we also have our webinar. You can go to this particular website, 2020recoverymanual.com, and kind of go on there, and you can get yourself a webinar as well, that kind of explains everything about everything that goes on with the Inside Out Institute. So if you're really wanting to dive right in, let us know. But aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it. With that, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal rest of your day, and we'll talk to you guys very, very soon.
All right. We'll see you again with another episode of Unlocking You 2.0 very soon. Thanks.
See ya.